Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the jab, and I'm going to give you 3 different ways that you should be able to throw it. A jab isn't a jab isn't a jab. In the fight, based on your opponent's guard or the setups, you have to throw them in different ways. And I like to teach 3 different ways that make it very easy to land. The first is going to be your traditional jab. In the traditional jab, the punch comes straight and your hand ends horizontal, which I call my horizontal jab or your traditional jab, which is nice because I can set them up, I could attack and get good power. Because I'm turning the punch over, I get to use my deltoid, my lats, and get good power in the punch. So that's the benefit of a good horizontal jab, and that's the one you see a lot. You can use here, head off center line, and get good power. So in any of the 3 jabs that I teach, it's important that you can throw them at 3 different angles. I can throw from my head straight, I can throw my head off to the side, or I can throw my head on the opposite direction. So there's basically 3 angles I can throw the jab. So 3 angles for a horizontal. Now, there's times where someone might have a nice tight guard like Diego now, and he's really blocking this horizontal jab. So I want to make my punch a smaller target. So the easiest way for me to do that is to throw a vertical jab. And what a vertical jab is now, I throw my jab with my thumb up. The problem with the horizontal jab, when people throw it, the elbow comes out. And if I throw it with my elbow out against my opponent, it's very difficult to sneak and hit my opponent's nose and land that jab down center line. So what I do is I make that adjustment from going horizontal. Now, boom, I throw a nice vertical jab, and it lets me keep my elbow in. And that's the beautiful thing about this punch. Boom, I can really pop it in nice and quick, nice and fast. So what I do in a fight, I might throw the horizontal jab a few times, then all of a sudden, boom, I can really step in and close my distance really fast with that vertical jab. Now, once those start landing, your opponent's gonna be able to adjust his guard. And obviously, if I'm hitting him with a jab, it's closing the center line. If someone's defending this way and I'm hitting them, you're gonna notice that they're gonna have to bring their lead side in front of them to be able to block it, or you see them pairing with that shoulder in front. So what's gonna happen now is I go to punch Diego, whether I throw vertical or horizontal now, he's blocking here, which makes it very difficult now for me to land the jab. So this is where the 3rd variation comes in, which is the up jab. And in MMA, I like this one a lot because I like to keep my lead hand a little bit out more, or even if I'm boxing more and I wanna stay here and use my feints. So what the idea with this jab is, I wanna get my head to the inside, so inside of my opponent. Now from here, boom, I can land that up jab. All right, let me show you from this angle. So my head's on center line. I could feint a little bit with my right side and my head comes off center line. Now this hand slightly comes down and now I punch on an up, right? That's why it's called the up jab. So horizontal, vertical, head, up jab. And you can see that nice angle. It comes on a low line, so it's very difficult for your opponent to see it. Right now he can block, he can block. Now from here, boom, it comes up on that angle and you can see, hits that chin, and it's a low line shot. So if my opponent's eye level is up here, the shot that comes underneath is the one that can do damage. That's why uppercuts are really damaging. But this nice up jab, the benefit of it, one, the uppercut's a little close. Here I can hit and snap at the end of that up jab, which helps me really pop my opponent's head up. So again, you need to play the variation based on your opponent, and everyone's gonna give you a different defensive look as well as offensive look. So I might play here and then mix in different jabs. So the key to landing your jab is make sure you put the different types of jabs together. Sometimes you have to throw horizontal, sometimes vertical, sometimes you have to mix the up jab. And sometimes you put them together in the same combination, horizontal, vertical, up jab. Okay, so not always the first jab is gonna land. You have to put them in singles, doubles, and triples. Also, you have to be able to move your head on different angles and entry lines. Okay, so being able to put your jab on different angles, different variations, as well in different timings and tempos will make your jab more successful. So make sure you add these 3 different types of jabs to your arsenal. Keep liking, subscribing, hit the notification bell, and keep watching Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA.